Welcome. Welcome to Refresh Mindfulness. I'm Sue, and I will be your host for today's Refresh Mindfulness class. Refresh is Juniper Community's Wellbeing program. We are going to be working together today, practicing mindfulness. So, a little bit about mindfulness. Simply put, mindfulness is about taking time to slow down and care for yourself. Giving yourself time to notice what's happening inside you as well as what's around you in this very moment. It's simple, but sometimes it's not so easy to do. That's why we call it a practice. We practice it as often as we can. That way we build our sense of well-being because we know ourselves well. So today we are going to be practicing mindfulness together. Our theme is strength. And when you think of strength, you might think about lifting weights and building muscle. That's our physical strength for our body. And we'll be doing some of that. But in addition, in mindfulness, we really take time to build awareness inside for our mental and emotional strength. So today in our Refresh Mindfulness class, we will be activating our bodies, building strength in our bones and muscles. We'll be connecting deeply with our breath and take time to be still and reflect, to build emotional and mental resilience and strength. So, please join me. Find a sturdy chair to sit in if you're not already there, and let's begin. Make sure your feet can be touching the floor and you can lengthen your spine. The crown of your head reaches skyward, and you can rest your shoulders and arms comfortably on your lap. Let's get centered by taking 3 deep breaths together. And as we breathe in and out, let's move our arms a bit, just so we can see the breath. Inhale, raise your arms up in front, and exhale, lower down, nice and easy. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, let it go through the mouth. Once more, inhale, and exhale. Nice. Just by lengthening the breath, making it a little bigger, and doing 3 breaths in a row really helps bring you into this moment. Welcome. Let's warm up the bones and muscles a bit. So let's begin by circling our shoulders. And as we start to activate and wake up the body, just notice how you're feeling. What do your shoulders feel like? Circle the other way. And now let's bend and straighten the elbows. Maybe feel a little swing in the arms if you can. And be careful that you only move in a comfortable way to you. You can always change what we do, make it more adaptable to how you want to move today. It's your choice. And now, open and close the fingers. And shake out those hands. up your feet a little bit so that you have a little wider base of support, just so we can wake up the body, our spine now. Our backs. Moving the spine side to side. And come back to center. And now let's rock forward and back. You might feel like you're rocking in a rocking chair. And come back to center. Let's do a little twist. But I tell you what, let's do it with our shoulders initiating it. So either have your hands on your legs or put your fingertips on your shoulders, your choice. But let's bring one shoulder forward and then the other one. So we're doing a little twisting. Again, this can be done just with the shoulders, with the hands on the legs, or you could bring those elbows up a bit and twist. Super. And gently release. Now let's do the same movements that we did with our spine, just for our neck and head. So let's begin by tipping ear to shoulder, one side and then the other. Move at your own pace. Never go faster than you are comfortable with. And if you're somebody who gets dizzy easily, maybe you want to omit these exercises. Come back to center. Make sure your eyes are clear. And now let's nod the head yes, looking down and looking up. Again, making it as big or as small as feels good to you. Come back to center, make sure your eyes are clear, and now shake your head no. And gently release, coming back to center again. Good. Now let's put all of it together, all those different directions together, and move your body in a big circle. Tipping side and forward to the other side and gently back. Good. Now go the other way. Waking up the body. This is especially useful if we spend a good bit of our days sitting in chairs. Get our spines and backs moving. And gently release. Good. Sitting back in your chair if you're not already there, so that your low back has some support. You can hold on to the seat of the chair as well. Let's do some marching. If you have a chair that has armrests, you can hold the armrests, of course. Lifting the knees, begin to open up and activate those hips and knees and feet and ankles. And rest. And now stretching one leg up and then the other one. Waking up the back of the knee. Again, go as slowly or as quickly as you feel like moving. Good. Now lift up one leg and leave it out there and circle the ankle around. And go the other way. Moving the foot at the ankle joint. And rest. Other leg, stretch it up. Use that strength in the leg to hold it there as you circle that ankle around. And go the other direction. And stop. Wonderful. Let's take 3 more breaths like we did at the beginning of our refresh mindfulness class when we were centering. See how you feel now after we did our general body warm-up. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, raising the arms up. Maybe they'll float even a little higher. And exhale, release back down. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Take a moment to tune inward and notice if your body and breath feel different now after our little warm-up. Maybe you have some tingling in your fingers or toes. Maybe you feel your shoulders. Maybe you were able to take a deeper breath. Just notice. That's part of mindfulness. Great. Now, let's pull together some wonderful movement and breathing with a beautiful image of the tree. So, come to a place in your chair where your feet can be touching the floor and you can have a lengthened spine. And now let's tune into our physical strength as we begin to set up our beautiful image of the tree. So holding on to armrests or the seat of the chair, let's do some stamping so we really start to feel our feet on the earth and think about growing roots, tree roots, into the earth. We're going to take 2 stamps on one side and then 2 on the other. Here we go. Stamp, stamp. Now the other leg. Stamp, stamp. Repeat. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Really feel the floor under the feet and use your imagination to think about you're starting to develop some roots growing from the feet into the earth. Stamp, 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 stamp. A few more. Last set and rest. Nice. Now you might feel some tingling in the legs. Let's add to that by doing 2 taps with the hands on the lap. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Last set. Great. Now let's stretch. So from where you are on your thighs here with your hands, take a nice inhale. And on your exhale, slide those hands down, thinking about the roots into the earth. And then come on back up, hands to the lap. Slide down so you're really touching your thighs, your knees, and your shins, even touching your feet if you can reach, and then come back up. So think about growing roots, going down the legs. Good. So our legs are really our trunks if we're using our tree image. Glide down the trunk all the way to the feet, press into the feet, growing those roots. Once more, pressing into the legs, the knees, the shins, and press those feet down, growing those roots, and come on up. Good. So we've got a nice, wide, stable base. Our tree trunk is a wide tree trunk. Maybe it's a mighty oak. And we have roots growing into the earth. Go ahead and wiggle your toes a little bit inside your shoes and just feel those toes wiggling a little bit. Those roots growing into the earth. Good. Now place your hands on your belly, on your chest, and the top of your head. Let's do it again. Belly, chest, top of the head. Once more, belly, chest, top of the head, and now reach those arms out and up. Those are our branches. And slowly release back down. So as we touch our belly, our chest, and the top of our head, let's see if we can't have a long inhale. And if at any time that's too long for you and you need to exhale, go right ahead. But see if you can't lengthen the breath as we move up our trunks and create our branches. Here we go. Inhale, belly. Inhale, chest. Inhale, head. And reach those branches. Slowly come on down. Let's try again. Inhaling, belly, chest, top of the head. Reach those branches skyward. and release. Good. Let's build some strength now in our core, in our trunks, by holding that position, our tree pose, our tree posture, with our arms outstretched. Here we go. Inhale, belly, chest, crown of the head. Reach the branches up and hold. And while we're here, think about some shimmering leaves. So wiggle those fingers so you have energy going all the way out to those fingertips. While those roots are growing down, those fingers are reaching skyward, shimmering leaves. And on your next exhale, lower down and shake it out. Relax those shoulders, do a little wiggle, get those feet released. Good. Let's try that once more. Now you know exactly where we're headed. So stamp those feet in a wide stance, a nice big oak tree. Get those roots going, wiggle those toes inside your shoes, send those roots downward. Hands on the top of the thighs, and let's press into the legs, over the knees, and press into those feet, growing roots. Come up, let's do it again. Pressing down, down into roots. Once more, press down, down into roots, and back up. Good, now we're really stable. Let's think about bringing at that deep breath, full breath, as we create our branches. Here we go. Inhaling, touch the belly. Chest, take more air in the head and reach the branches skyward. Now, if you'd like, add the face and eyes looking up to the sun, wiggling those fingers, shimmering leaves. Let the sun nourish the tree. And on your next exhale, slowly come on back down. Good. And shake it out. Let's have some fun. Let's think about another kind of tree. Maybe the mighty oak is an easy image for you, but now let's think about a tree that might be all twisted. So let's bring our feet and knees close together and cross our legs at the ankles. That feels a little strange. Now, if your knees are open wide, that's one way to go. But you could also close the knees and squeeze the thighs together as a way to develop strength in the legs. That's our theme today, strength. So squeeze those thighs together. And now the trunk will continue up with a little twist. So turn your shoulders to one side. So now you're all twisted. The tree trunk is a twisted one. Keep those roots going down, but feel that twisted trunk. Here we go. We're going to stretch and get some branches. So we're breathing and still touching our bodies. Here we go. Inhale, touch your belly. Inhale more, touch your chest. Inhale, top of the head, and reach. We're twisted, but we're still a beautiful tree, getting nourishment from the sun. Wiggle and shimmer those leaves. And on an exhale, lower the arms back down. Untwist the arms and chest. Whew. Let's do the same twisted tree the other way. So bring the other leg across. Make sure those feet touch the floor. And if the knees are open, close them up. Squeeze those thighs together so you develop strength in your trunk. Make sure there's roots going through the feet, and there's that squeeze. That's how we develop strength. Turn the shoulders now the other direction. So now we're really twisted. Here we go. A deep inhale, belly, chest, crown of the head. Reach skyward with those branches. Add some shimmering leaves at the top, wiggling fingers. The sun is nourishing the tree. And on an exhale, slowly come on back down, untwist, releasing the legs, and shake it out. Sit comfortably again. Let's rest for a moment and think about what tree pose did you like best? Did you like the one with the wide stance, or did you like the one with the twisted trunk? Everybody has different preferences. What's your preference today? Great. We're going to do each tree once more. But this time, instead of thinking about the sun nourishing the tree and developing physical strength, let's talk about and think about what nourishes our inner strength, our emotional well-being. Here we go. Let's go back to that mighty oak. Open those legs, stamp a little bit. Get those roots going down into the earth. Good. Once more, slide down all the way, pushing into the feet, grow the roots down. And again, wide legs, press down into the roots. Good. Sitting tall. Are you ready for the deep breath? Here we go. Inhale at the belly, at the chest, crown of the head. Reach those branches skyward. This time, with those shimmering leaves catching the light, let's think about what nourishes and builds our inner strength. It might be your willpower. It might be confidence or hope. So just like the sun nourishes the tree, take in hope, take in confidence or willpower. And come on back down, bringing in that willpower or hope back into you. And release. Good. Let's now take the twisted tree. One final time. You decide which way you're going to do the twist. So, crossing one leg over the other. Make sure those feet stay connected to the earth. Squeeze the thighs together. Feel that strength in the core. Turning those shoulders. Here we go. Deep breath in at the belly, at the chest, at the crown of the head. Reach those leaves skyward. And now think about bringing in, to build your inner strength, some focus, some integrity and courage. Bring it in like the sun nourishes the tree. Bring in that integrity, the courage, the focus. And on an exhale, come on down to release. Shake it out. Let's sit back and rest for a bit. Take a few moments to settle into your chair. You might want to rest your back on the back of your chair. Maybe you want to shake out the shoulders a little bit more or tilt the head a bit. Give yourself an opportunity to really settle in, to rest after all that movement. As we sit here in stillness, take some time to go inward. People like to close their eyes sometimes or have a soft downward gaze to limit outward distractions. So as we're focusing inward, you don't have to have that attention outward. Take some time now as we're sitting in stillness, resting and reflecting think about what you need to build your inner strength. What do you need to really build mental and emotional well-being? Some ideas might pop into your head very quickly, but for others, that might be a really challenging question. But whatever we put our minds to, that becomes food for us. So let's put some attention, as we're sitting here in stillness, on what can help build our inner strength. Let's do that by sending positive messages to ourselves. While you're here in this quiet, still place, allow your breath to be free and easy, and think about these sentences that I will share with you now. We will say to ourselves, I am hopeful, as a way to build our inner resilience and strength. Hear these words, I am hopeful. Take in this next sentence, I have confidence in me. Take it in. I have confidence in me. I am resilient. I am open to others. I have all the support I need. These positive words help build our mental and emotional well-being, our inner strength. Slowly come back to the day. Open your eyes if they were closed. You might want to roll the shoulders again or stretch and yawn like you're waking up from a nap. Thanks for joining our Refresh Mindfulness class today. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.